So one side of the band attachment I have done. So the other side I am doing. So same thing you have to do, grab everything. Okay, roll the blouse from the shoulder onwards. And then just make it make everything go inside the two bandwidth parts and stitch 1/2 inch. Once you're done stitching, just roll over and just take it out. Okay. This is how it will look like. So understand, right? You have understand the how to do this conceal stitch. If you turn the blouse backside also, the stitches won't be visible. So this is called the concealed method. Stitches everything will go inside and blouse pattern will look outside and inside neat. Okay. So now place these two together and on top of this, place the back pattern. Okay. Align these two shoulder parts. Align the shoulders and give 1/4 stitching here. Okay. Align the shoulders and give 1/4 stitching. Whatever the seam allowances we have provided, according to those only I am doing stitching. See, 1/4 means 1/4 inch for the shoulder. like that. This side also. So with this, half of the blouse is completed. Okay, we have completed the front pattern and the back pattern. Now we'll align the sleeve pattern. Okay. So for aligning the sleeve, just take the sleeve, okay, and fold it into half. Fold it into half. Take the midpoint. Just give a finger press here. Okay. Wherever you get that press, okay, you have to align that on the shoulder line. Okay, see, this is the front part. Okay, this is the front part and this side is the back. So whatever we have kept notch, no, that side should go on the front pattern side. Okay, so one second. While placing the sleeve, you have to check it properly. Front arm curve should go to the front side. Back arm curve should go to the back side. So here, this is the front side, okay? This side for me, front side got, okay? So I'm aligning this in this way. The midpoint, whatever the finger press I have given now, so that point should match, you have to place exactly on the shoulder line. Shoulder line is nothing but the shoulder stitch line. Okay, I'm placing the fabric right on right. This is the right side. This is the right side. So place the fabric right on right. And then if you have pin, just give the pin at the midpoint here. Okay, if you have the pins, you can give the pinning all over the curve, all over the sleeve. But first you have to start stitching from the middle only. Okay, sometimes what will happen is some excess fabric will be getting outsides. If you align directly from here, from this end point onwards, if you start doing the aligning of the sleeve might, get disturbed. Means the exact shoulder point will not come on the shoulder line. It will move a little bit up or down. So that's for that reason, we have to start the stitching from the midpoint of the sleeve. Okay. So just start the stitching from this midpoint. So from the midpoint to one curve, I'll do stitching. And then once you done, again do this another curve. Okay. I'm removing the pin here. So 1 centimeter seam allowance. If you are not okay with directly stitching in this way, just, place the measuring tape and just mark your 1 centimeter gap. Okay, like this dotted lines, and then start doing stitching. While stitching here also, you have to align both the layers little by little. Okay, don't stretch the fabric. For sleeve also, it will be in curvy shape, right? We will be cutting in the curve angle. So that's why if you stretch, again wrinkles or looseness will form. See, after stitching here, I got a little extra. That is fine. Okay. We can trim that off later. Now again, turn the blouse to the other side and start giving stitches. Okay, other curve. Start from the midpoint, align these two. Once you're done stitching with the sleeve pattern, just check the stitch line, whether it came neat or not. Okay. Once you're done with the checking, if you want, you can stitch another stitch on top of the stitch line. Whatever the stitches we have done, on top of this, you can do the another stitching. Okay. So with this, the sleeve is completed. So the raw edge of the sleeve, you have to take, straight strip of the fabric. I'll show you that how to conceal the raw edges. And one more thing, in your sewing machine, if you have these kind of, stitch variations like this. So in this, the zigzag pattern is there. So you can keep in that zigzag pattern and you can do the zigzag stitching for the joints, whatever the stitches joints we are there, right? So for that you can give the zigzag stitching so that the threads, whatever the threads are there, they won't come outside. Okay, you can do that kind of finishing also. So for this blouse, I'm showing only, one sleeve only. I don't have enough fabric to cut another sleeve. Okay. After stitching the sleeve part, blouse will be looking in this way. What else are remaining is you have to conceal the hook and eye part. Here we have to take two straight strips and the back pattern bottom. Okay, here also you have to take a straight strip and we have to conceal this, and neckline. For neckline, cross bias strip, and for the sleeve also one more straight strip. I'll show you now how to take the straight strips. See, whatever the blouse cutting is done, some pieces, extra pieces are left over, no? From these leftover pieces, we have to take these, whatever the concealed strips required, we have to take from this. So, I'm going to take the straight piece for the back pattern. Okay, I'm measuring exact length. I am measuring it with the exact length and I am cutting it out. 1 inch of the fabric is required. 1 inch strip length is required for the back pattern concealing. Okay. Take the measuring tape and just measure the 1 inch, or else if you are familiar with that, just cut the straight strip. Okay, so this is the 1 inch for the back pattern, and for the sleeve also I'm going to take one more strip. One strip for the sleeve, and for two more strips for concealing the front hook and eye part. These two front parts. So for that, for right hand. So for the left hand side, you have to take 2 inch fabric, and one side you have to take 1.5 inch or 1 inch. Okay. So wherever we are going to give the eye markings, you have to take more fabric there. So just I'm going to measure this length with the strips. Okay. So this side, the left side, I'm going to take 1 inch strip. And the right hand side, I'm going to take a 2 inch strip. Okay, first I'll show you concealing these steps, back pattern and the sleeve one and hook and eye part. Okay, first we'll see the back pattern, straight strip concealing method. So for the back pattern, we have provided 1/2 inch in the bottom, right? So that 1/2 inch, you have to conceal it. Take the straight strip, whatever the 1 inch strip we have taken. Okay. Place it exactly. Okay. The corners, raw edges should be faced towards each other. Now start giving stitching of 1 centimeter. Sorry, 1/2 inch. Not 1 centimeter, 1/2 inch. If you get any extra, just trim them off. Okay, now whatever the stitch is done, just send this stitch lines towards inside and fold it into half. Okay, and fold it again. And give the stitch here. Okay, here. So like this, you have to complete the back, conceal the back raw edges, back pattern raw edges. And, here still the stitch line is not completed. We have to do the hand hemming part that I'll show you later. Okay, if you want to do the hand hemming, you can do. If you want to give the stitch with the machine itself, then the stitch line will be visible on top here. Okay, if some of people won't like visible stitch lines visible, so then you can go for uh, hand hemming, that I'll show you later. Okay, so like this you have to complete the same thing for the sleeve also. For sleeve bottom also we have given 1/2 inch, so you have to place it on the right side of the fabric and stitch the 1/2 inch. Same method, just fold it into half. Okay. And again, fold it into half. Okay, here also if you want, you can do the hand hemming, but I'm giving the mission stitch only. I'll show in the back pattern, hand hemming part. So this is the thing. If you complete, raw edge stitching with the machine itself, the line will be visible, stitch line. Now we'll see the front open hook and eye part. So for the left hand side, you have to take 1 inch strip. Okay. So place it right on right. Place it on the right side and start giving stitches of 1/2 inch. When you reach to the bottom, okay, just, I'll just trim here, a lot of fabric is there. So when you reach to the bottom, just conceal in this way. Turn the, whatever the excess fabric is there towards downwards. Okay, and conceal here and start giving stitches in this way. Okay. Once you're done, just turn it. Turn everything like this and fold it into half, exactly 1/2 inch. Okay, fold it into half and again fold entire stitch line, whatever we did. Okay, and stitch in the corner here, the corner line. So like this, you have to complete the front side. This, for this line, we will be adding the hooks. Okay, the steel hooks will be added here. Okay. And coming to the another front pattern. Now I'll show you the 2-inch strip, how to attach this. Okay. For attaching this 2-inch strip, you have to start attaching it from the wrong side. For attaching the hook part, 1-inch strip, you have to attach it from the right side onwards. And this, you have to attach it on the wrong side of the pattern. Okay. So here also 1/2 inch we have provided. So a lot of excess is there. I'm just trimming that off. Just turn at the bottom and just give the stitches. Now here also just turn it. Turn everything. Okay. So here what we will be doing is 2-inch strip, right? So 1/2 inch you have to provide folding here. 1/2 inch or 1/4 it is fine. Whatever. Okay. And again, this should be folded into half. Whatever the stitch line is there, that should not visible. Exactly, this should be folded to that stitch line. And you have to stitch here on the top of this line. Whatever the marking chalk I have shown now. So that edge you have to stitch. So with this, we have completed the hook and eye part stitching. So this will coming on top of this. Okay. So whatever the extra threads are there, just cut them. So like this in the front part, it will be coming. Okay. Here the hook, here the hook part will be coming, and on the other side, eye part will be coming. Okay, hook and eye part. Now after completing this, you have to take from one side of the end here. So from sleeve onwards, from the sleeve point to the chest round and to the bottom of the blouse, you have to give 1.5 or 2 inch, whatever the seam allowance you have taken, you just mark from here, from the corner onwards, from the ending corner, edge side. So I have taken 1/4. So with the help of measuring tape, from the sleeve corner, raw edge onwards, just place 1/4 or whatever the seam allowance you have taken, that one as marking like this. Okay, and again around the chest round, 1/4. Okay, and bottom of the blouse. Okay, and extend those with the dotted lines. Okay, and stitch on top of this. Once you give the markings, just stitch on top of this. While stitching, the sleeve attachment lines are there, right? So these things, these joints, you have to make them face upwards or downwards. Both the sides, on the back side and front side. Both the sides, the facing should, in one direction only. Okay, once you're done with the stitching, just check the blouse length, whether it matches or not. Okay, and whatever the extra spaces are there, you can just trim those things off. Okay, in the sleeve area also I'm putting some extra. Now what you have to do is, you have to give 1/4 inch gap from the main line. Okay, like this. Mark 1/4 inch by using the measuring tape and stitch a line, straight towards here. These are the reference lines. One line I will show you. So these are the reference lines. How many lines will be fitting? You can stitch those many. Okay. And you can do the zigzag stitching. If you have, in your machine zigzag stitching is available, you can do that. So once you open everything, the blouse will be look in this way. Okay. Only what is the balance is the neckline finishing. And the other side, I didn't give any stitches, right? So it will be look in this way. Understood till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So you guys just complete full blouse and you can leave the neck pattern. Okay. We'll do that on 18th. I will show you how to make the bias strip and how to stitch, bias strip to the neckline, and hand hemming also I'll show you on 18th. Okay, whatever the blouse stitching is covered in today's class, you try to complete it and just share me your pictures. Okay, the stitched blouse, whatever, however it is complete, just share me a picture so that I can understand who are doing, who are not doing. Okay. And if you have any doubts, just make a note of them and ask me on 18th. I'll be clarifying your doubts. Okay. So we'll end the session for today. Any doubts here? Today's class? No doubts means we'll end the class for today. Okay, I hope no one has any doubts. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, have a nice day.